Hello people, how to manage your time for CAT? Abhishek was very keen that we do this video. I was very reluctant because I don't think I get time management well. Fine, but some tricks have worked for me. So I'm going to provide some framework and then share what tricks have worked for me. Fine, so first a ballpark. What are we looking to get? Fine, so if you're starting now, we're looking to get 15 hours per week. Very important to know what is the size of the task. I like really sizing one task. 15 hours per week, you're good to go. Right? What does this include? This includes classes, practice, mocks, everything. What does this 15 hours not include? Reading for 1 hour per day. That 5 to 7 hours has to be there beyond this 15 hours. So you need to find 15 hours plus 1 hour of reading per day. 1 hour of reading per day, you have to do some jugaad, some hustle. 15 minutes you're waiting somewhere just before you go off to sleep, early in the morning. All your other entertainment has to shift to reading entertainment. Right? So that you have to find somehow. I'm not going to think about how to crack reading for 1 hour per day. So either stretches of 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 3 minutes or 60 minutes, find that. Right? So this 15 hours per day, how do we do? First of all, the idea wise, you don't have to think about, you shouldn't think about a schedule outside of your framework. So what do I mean by that? Some of you may be early morning people, some of you may be late evening people, some of you might take half an hour to get going. So you can study only in 4 hour, 3 hour chunks. Some of you want to take a big hit and come out 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour. And so prepare with your style. Broadly, I'm going to break it into two buckets. People who simply don't have time from Monday to Friday. Right? This is typically working professionals. Right? Typically working professionals, sometimes you don't have any time from Monday to Friday. Right? That is your situation. If you're saying, look, I don't have any breathing room, then you've got to say, look, I will do some jugaad, get a couple of hours on a Wednesday or a Thursday, and then do 5 to 6 hours on Saturday, 5 to 6 hours on Sunday. You have to do that. You have to put paid to TV series, movies, gossip, Instagram, YouTube, all of that. If you play, still play. Play is important. Running around is very crucial for your mental health. That is crucial. But you need to find 5 to 6 hours on Saturday, 5 to 6 hours on Sunday. Typically, if you're looking for 6 hours, definitely look for it in two chunks. You can't say from 10 to 4 I'll study. Your brain will get fried. And nobody can prepare for more than 6 hours in a day meaningfully. If you're looking for 6 hours on a Saturday, it should be 6 to 9 in the morning, 3 to 6 in the afternoon. That's your window. You can't do more than that. You can't do too closely spaced, then there's no value in it. Right? The other side, so if you're a working professional or a college student, right, and you have time during the weekdays, and sometimes you feel like, look, I want to have a couple of days off, or I want to have at least 1 day off. Right? This will be my preferred schedule. Then you should do 2 to 3 hours per day, Monday to Friday. So if you're attending classes, on classes days, 2 to 3 hours of classes happen, you should add up another hour and a half of practice. So on 2 days, you do 4 hours, 4 hours. Other 3 days, you do 2 to 3 hours on an average. I think you cover 15 hours during Monday to Friday. If you have one bad day, you use Saturday to kind of guilt trip yourself into completing that part. And Sunday is free. And I usually like to have 1 day where I'm not bothering, or I'm not, this preparing for CAT is not all consuming. And so I need to have 1 day off. My preferred schedule, if you are preparing for CAT seriously, which I'm not doing, thank God for that, would be to do 2 hours per day, early mornings, 6 to 8, Monday to Friday. And then squeeze in on a couple of days, 1 hour, 2 hours, 2 hours in the evening, which should be just a test or an RC or a logical reasoning set, something like that. Keep Saturday, Sunday free. Read for half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour, somewhere along the way, all the time. That would be my schedule. But early morning, late evening is your call. Fine. I wouldn't recommend doing too much late in the night after a long day. Sometimes it messes with your schedule. Sometimes your brain is not working optimally. Sometimes it screws your pace setting next time around. For the subsequent day, it screws your mood. So I'm not a big fan of studying from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. every day, especially after a long day. And so, but for some people that works magically. If you're in that group, then understand your system, understand your body, do this. I would simply not recommend it. So, I have a son who's class 10, who's going from 10 to 11, and I have endless fights with his nighttime schedules. And so it doesn't work for me. I think people should look to avoid it. Someday it happens, that's okay. But I think saying every day I'll study from 11 to 1 is asking for trouble. Unless you're in this tiny minority for whom that's a magical window where everything is quiet and you're really at your heart high, don't go for that kind of really weird late in the night time setting. Right? So depending on your schedules, whether you're a student or a working professional, whether your Monday to Friday is really tight or you can still manage, pick your schedule. The time you're looking for is 15 hours per day, 15 hours per week, not per day, 15 hours per day, leaving out reading. And so this is sufficient. This is definitely, it works. Right? In terms of managing your time, for some people, discipline works. For some people, saying, look, 6 to 8 every day, either 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. or 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. every day. They go on the dot. The routine and habit forming part works. That's marvelous if you're in that group of people, or should strive to be in that group of people, because it pays off. Your body gets into a rhythm. You know automatically that you're going to do that thing at that time of every day. And the discipline is sometimes very empowering. It has not worked for me, because the day I miss, I start feeling miserable, and the day I'm in full josh, I want to go with the momentum, and the discipline idea doesn't work for me. For me, the big bucket, 15 hours, I need to find that. That as a marker helped me really well. So Monday doesn't go well for me. I'll take revenge on Tuesday and then do 5 hours and go ahead of my schedule. If I get one day, half a day off, I'll just go berserk and do a lot of compensating. So big bucket, 15 hours work really well for me. I'm relentless. I can catch up. I can mildly get myself into doing. And if I go for the overly disciplined schedule, then missing everything seems like a failure. So Monday I didn't study. Tuesday also I didn't study. Whereas in my 15 hours bucket, Monday I didn't study. Tuesday I'll do it. So I can bring myself back and not go get bogged down by the fact that it didn't happen on Monday. It's a lot of time management. It's about discipline. It's about relentlessness. It's about suitably guilt tripping yourself. It's about finding out what rhythms and schedules work for you, what are the parts that you should keep sacrosanct and what you should keep flexible, and managing a balance. So finding a balance between your professional life, your student life, your CAT preparation, some fun, family, relationships, all of that. And so you have to find you have to accept that you're continuously going to keep moving pieces to make this work. And you should always figure out ways of preparing with a smile. You cannot afford to get bogged down by the continuity or relentlessness of the stress or 24/7ness of anything, especially preparing for an exam. So you should figure out ways to manage your time and manage your mood, so that you start feeling you feel good about yourself when you prepare. So I know I've provided only one themes of kind of what worked for me. I've not given you a schedule to say, look, do this from Monday 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. I've not given that. It doesn't work like that for me, for my head. Sometimes I find overpowering schedules to be restrictive. I get claustrophobic. So I like my freedom. So it's about managing my mind to find the time to guilt trip myself suitably, not feel too low, not feel guilty, overly guilty, and then somehow power on from one week to next. Hopefully, it gives you some starting points to devise some kind of time management strategies for yourself. If you have some brilliant time management strategies and all of this is humbug and you would really like to share your ideas with me, please share it. I've been threatening to go on do something related to fitness for the last 15 years now. I will take every bit of clues from you guys on time management. For me, I'm not going to manage time to prepare for CAT. I'm going to manage time to try to get fitter this year. So any ideas from you, I absolutely would be thrilled to listen to that. Best wishes for CAT.